give you the starting lineups for Tennessee Tech. Number 10, Adrian Black. Number 20, or excuse me, number 24, Sean Mundy. Number 44, Cecilia Ramsey. Number 54, Melinda Clayton. And number 55, Renee Adams. For middle, it's number 10, Kim Collier. Number 22, Leanne Beck. Number 30, Sandy Brown. Number 41, Tawanya Mucker. And number 42, Stephanie Capley. And it's Mucker jumping against Adams, and the tip is knocked out of bounds. I believe they'll either re-jump it or, no, they'll give the ball over to Middle Tennessee State. Our referees for tonight, once again, they are Leroy Fanning from Trenton, Georgia, and Wayne Sinks from Clarksville, Tennessee.
I swear to God, it seems like Leroy has not missed a Middle Tennessee State Tennessee Tech game, especially since I can remember anyway.
Good hustle over here by Cecilia Ramsey. You notice she's wearing the mask. She broke her nose against Alabama State. There she is, number 44. And that mask has been worn a lot over the years. And let me ask you, Leah, you've known a lot of people who've worn it. Is it harder to play with the thing on?
Well, yeah, I'm sure that anything, like any kind of brace or anything, is going to be slightly difficult to play with, but it just takes a little bit more mental concentration when you have something like that.
There's Ramsey from the outside. We do have a change in the starting lineup. Arnetta Peterson is starting the ball game. I don't know who did I give. Adrian Black is not out there at the moment.
Right.
Adrian and Sean are the team captains, and Adrian is not on the floor. We weren't apprised of that before the game started.
No, we weren't. I'm positive it just had to do with the matchups, and Coach Rowe is really good about not necessarily starting the starters. He's going to start the best matchup for the opponent. Not
necessarily the person who did the best in the last basketball game.
Exactly, because not necessarily. It depends on who you're playing and what kind of opponent you're going to be against.
Adams' turnaround is no good. Ramsey picks up a rebound for Tennessee Tech, and they kick it out front. Sean Mundy will set the play up.
Hopefully, if they set the picks the way that they are supposed to, and the girls come off quick and are in shooting position, they should have no problems with Middle Tennessee State. Like I said, I think Tennessee Tech has a slight edge. Great rebound right there.
Yes, Melinda Clayton is fouled as she goes up from behind. Looked like Leanne Beck, or check that, Capley got her on the arm. Yeah. And that would be Capley's first foul of the ball game, of course. We'll see it again.
Yeah, Melinda Clayton grabs that rebound down. I don't know necessarily she needed that dribble, but she went up nice and strong. That's what you got to do as a big girl. Go up nice and strong.
So Melinda Clayton is at the line, misses her first free throw there from the line. She hits 66%, 37 of 57 on the year at this point.
It was really a pleasure playing with Melinda last year. She's such a gifted athlete. It was really a lot of fun.
And Melinda Clayton, the leading scorer for Tennessee Tech, now has 1 point in the ball game. Blue Raiders back with it, top of the key, looks, and Middle Tennessee looks like they might be a bit confused at this point here, Leah, but a good pass inside to Mucker. They know what to do with the ball.
Exactly. Good, strong move by Mucker. I definitely respect her ability. She's such a hard worker. And that's all you can ask for.
Over 20 points a game for Tawanya Mucker. There they were passing the ball out on the perimeter there and looked just a bit confused with Tech's matchup zone.
Right. Okay, good. They got the rebound back.
Sean Mundy kicks it over to Arnetta Peterson. Now back out to Ramsey. Good passing by the Eaglettes, looking to penetrate the man-to-man. And once again into Adams. The turnaround, her third try is no good. Adams fights for the rebound, but Mucker gets it for Middle Tennessee State.
It's a pretty good shot selection. They just need to keep working the ball, be patient on their offense. They'll be okay.
The drive, the shot fired up, and Ramsey comes down with a rebound for Tennessee Tech. Here comes Sean Mundy, left side. She'll take it almost to the baseline. Now brings it back out to Ramsey. Sean Mundy has been taking a few more shots here. She scored her career high 12 against Alabama State last week. Ramsey inside is good, and Tennessee Tech has the lead 3-2.
Yeah, like I said, just take your time, work for the best percentage shot. They found it easily right then.
Capley with it baseline. Now they look to Beck and into Mucker, and if they keep finding Mucker, she's going to score a bunch.
Oh, definitely. I mean, she just works so hard. They're going to just have to know where she is at all times and just really concentrate defensively.
We'll see the replay here.
Yeah. I believe if Renee can possibly front Mucker, then it's going to cut half of her game down, if not maybe 3/4 of her game, because she's such a good turnaround post player.
At the line, Mucker shoots 63%. She's been at the line almost as much as anybody on the team, one less than, or now she's tied for going to the line most times for the Middle Tennessee players. Gets a lot of action because she has the ball so much. They look for her inside a lot, and the second shot rims out, and there's Capley for the rebound.
Oh.
And the rebound is followed back up and in by Leanne Beck. Middle Tennessee with the lead. Got some extra points out of that one. 5-3 your score. Into Adams again, and Adams off the glass. This time she gets it to fall, and once she gets hot, they have been getting it to her so easily. Once she gets hot, Middle might have some trouble stopping Renee Adams.
Oh, really? Who knows? Maybe it can be a game similar to when they were at East Tennessee State, where she was 8 for 8 from the field. Now that's hot shooting.
Speaking of hot shooting, Kim Collier's first shot falls in.
Yeah, they're going to have to know where their wing players, where their wing shooters are, because they've always historically been able to fill it up from out there.
7-5 your score. The Lady Raiders up on top of Tennessee Tech. 16 minutes left to play in the first half at Murphy Center. Sean Mundy looks it over to Cecilia Ramsey. Now Arnetta Peterson with it, and they look inside to Clayton. Clayton, and she goes against two, gets her own rebound, still no good. Tries the third, and Middle Tennessee comes up with a good play by Brown.
Yeah, they really seem like they're collapsing on her on the defensive end, so there's got to be somebody open. Hopefully they'll be able to find who that person is.
It looks like they're concentrating on Clayton. The three-point attempt no good, but the rebound down to Middle Tennessee. Cecilia Ramsey with a broken nose, not afraid to mix it up there, and that's a bit unusual. With a broken nose, a little bit tender, you usually kind of back off from a situation like that, but she goes in and fights her way to it and gets a jump ball or alternating possession for Tennessee Tech.
Yeah, well, I've heard she's a very, very hard-nosed player. I'm sure she's going to do big things for the Eaglettes.
That's not a nice thing to say, hard-nosed, and she has a broken nose.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Adams has a shot blocked by Mucker. So Tawanya Mucker showing us at both ends that she knows what she's doing. We've seen her, she and Beck from last year's team. There are no seniors on the Lady Raiders team. Melinda Clayton comes down with a rebound. Still 7-5, and the Lady Raiders are up by 2.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Ramsey takes it from 17,
almost.
bounces off, and Leanne Beck comes down with a rebound. We were talking before the game, Leanne Beck is not the most skilled and dynamic player on the team, but she's smart, she's intelligent, and seems to be at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I've noticed that about her last year also. Her coach was telling us earlier that she made a 4-point grade point this past semester, and the one previously. Yeah,
right.
Now that's excellent. It's so hard to excel academically as well as athletically.
Good play by the Eaglettes. Melinda Clayton came up with a loose ball. Good quick defense. Tennessee Tech still working man-to-man. They double down on Clayton, no good. And Adams gets the rebound, back up, still no good. Tennessee Tech is missing a lot of opportunities inside.
Yeah, they just really need to just take their time. Don't rush anything. Just work for the good shot. Take your time going back up.
A short pass. I've never seen Mucker pass the ball that short. Tried to give it to Capley. Mucker in the lane, turnaround, no good. Clayton picks up another rebound, and she really cleaned the boards.
Really, she's clearing them really great tonight so far. Hopefully she'll keep that up. Oh, good
play by
defensive play.
Leanne Beck.
Yeah, like we said before, she's just at the right place at the right time. Good job.
Collier takes it in and is fouled out front. Looks like Renee Adams or Arnetta Peterson. We'll have to wait and get the call, the official call. It will be Renee Adams' second foul of the ball game. Oh, by the way, Middle Tennessee State has a brand new coach we wanted to talk about, Coach Lewis Bivens. He coached for 9 years at Carson Newman, and in those 9 years, this is his first year at Middle, 9 years, 216 and 74 was his record. 9 All-Americans, NAIA All-Americans. You see him on the end of the bench down there. Meanwhile, the shot is good by Collier, and she has 3 points. But 20 or more wins in 7 of his 9 seasons. His best season, 32 and 3. Those are extremely impressive numbers for a coach. Converse Coach of the Year in '85 and District 24 Coach of the Year 4 times. But I think the most impressive thing, Leah, about Coach Bivens is that all 24 of his senior players over the 9-year tenure of Carson Newman graduated.
Yeah, that's so important that graduation ratio is up there in the
Melinda Clayton, and she is deadly from anywhere inside 16 feet.
Definitely, she really is. Now let's tighten up on defense here.
3 points for Clayton. Leanne Beck, top of the key, skips it across, and they'll take it from up top. The shot is no good. We have a foul underneath, and the referees are calling it close in this contest. That'll be on Leanne Beck, her first of the night.
Yeah, I believe that was a late whistle on that foul. They kind of hesitated to make that call. I'm glad they saw it though. It was quite obvious.
Sean Mundy will bring it down. 12:35 to play in the first half, and Tech down by 2 to Middle Tennessee State. Clayton passes inside to Jill Tittles. Tittles' shot falls out. Jill Tittle, one of the walk-on freshmen for Tennessee Tech. We've had so many go out with injuries, and that shot doesn't touch a thing. We used to call that shooting a brick. The ball was a little bit too heavy there.
I think they still call it that.
Shooting a brick?
Yes, sir.
That's one cliche that's lasted since my high school days.
Oh, like you're really old, okay? Oh.
Oh, I played back when the men played 3-on-3. Clayton inside is good, and she has 5 points.
Oh, she's gonna eat them just alive if they don't try to buckle up on their defense.
They put Tittle in there when they go to the half-court trap. Ramsey taps it out. Good play again. Cecilia Ramsey really hustles out there.
Oh, very hard-nosed player. Like I said, I'm sorry to keep using that expression for her, but that's all you can. That's the only way you can explain her type of play. It's just all heart, and that's what you need. That's the kind of ball players you need for a winning program.
Coach Bill Worrell giving instructions to his girls there. Just in the ball game, Julie Harrison, a 6-foot freshman from Buford, Georgia. Tech comes up with it.
Right.
And a chance to take the lead here as the score's tied. Ramsey thinks about it, and they kick it back out.
It's looking like Coach Rose has a quicker lineup in here now. I think he's going to try to wear on the Lady Raiders just a little bit with some quicker players and get that press working.
A great move by Ramsey, but Mucker blocks the shot. Adrian Black, by the way, is in the ball game for Tennessee Tech. Adrian and Sean Mundy are team co-captains. Adrian is a 5'6" junior from Summerville, Georgia.
Yeah, Adrian's probably the quickest player on the squad. Just excellent ball player. Uses her quickness very well.
Things slow down just a little bit as Tennessee Tech is looking to work inside. Mundy's open, thought about it. Now she wants to throw it away. Almost loses it. She's double teamed, and now they have a 5-second violation.
They've got to know that when the player's in trouble, go to the ball player. Don't just stand there and wave your hands around. The person is not going to be able to see you. Go to that player that's in trouble. It's looking like they have their half-court trap on them.
And once
or
again,
three-quarter court.
Yeah, Tittle is out there to meet him. Leanne Beck will take it from 18 off the rim, and Sean Mundy picks up the rebound. Sean is good about getting those rebounds. She averages over 4 a game.
Yeah, that's excellent for a point guard. Excellent.
Adrian Black with it. Now over to Sean Mundy. Tennessee Tech is playing right just around that three-point line.
Oh, we've got some shooters that can shoot that shot, too.
Adrian Black tries it from 11. No good. And rebound comes down to Middle Tennessee State.
Going to have to box out just a little better on the offensive board so that we can get some of our shots that don't go in there.
We're at the halfway point of the first half. 10 minutes to play in the first half. And the score is tied at 9 points. A little bit low scoring. You would expect a little bit more from these two.
Yeah, that's that's true.
Clayton has to come way out to get it, and there's Tittle with it now. Good pressure defense by the Lady Raiders, and Mundy will take the shot. Yes,
yeah,
nothing but net. Sean Mundy, 2 points. Her first 2 of the night.
Sean doesn't shoot a lot, but she knows when to shoot, and it seems like when she does, it goes in.
We mentioned that Tennessee Tech, the preseason choice to win, followed by Murray State and Middle picked third. But Murray State, I understand, is an extremely tough team. Even Coach Bivens said that they would be a good team this year.
Yeah, it seems to me that they've got the most talent and experience back from last year's, and they didn't do bad last year at all. I know they gave us a run for our money 2 times.
Oh, yeah.
And that Sheila Smith is going to be excellent.
There's Sean's three-pointer. Boy, it's a pretty shot. We saw her do that a lot at Clark Range High School on the high school basketball games of the week, and of course fans throughout the Upper Cumberland who got a chance to see the Clark Range girls play when Sean was there. They won the state championship. Wanted to mention Tech got its first win on an opponent's floor this past Wednesday when they beat the Lady Bucks of East Tennessee State 70-61. That was in Johnson City. They are 3-5 on road games, 2-0 on neutral floors, but 1-5 on opponents' courts. So that does not fare well, especially when you combine that with the fact that Middle has won the last 8 meetings between these two teams here in Murphy Center.
That's true, but for some reason, when you're a journalist up, you have to throw all records and everything else aside.
You wonder about the history. You wonder how much it's going to make a difference in the game. Leanne
Exactly.
Beck.
So now they're going to have to make sure that they're on their toes on defense, because they'll definitely get the good shot off otherwise.
I'm sure that Middle Tennessee had some discussions about Tennessee Tech, the way that they're playing them on defense, the matchup zone. We talked to Coach Bivens before the game, and he was expecting the man-to-man from Tech. Arnetta Peterson, shot is good.
Oh, she'll fill it up when she's open also. I'm hoping that this year she will shoot more, because she is an excellent shooter.
From Grand Rapids, Michigan, the long pass goes over the head of the intended receiver. Leanne Beck finally gets it on this side. A foul on Melinda Clayton.
She's got the right idea, though. Play over top. It eliminates a lot of her game. Mucker likes to have the person behind her because she's got a lot of options. See, now she was maybe a half a step too slow, Melinda, on that particular play.
And Leanne Beck gets 2 points. She now has 6 in the ball game for the Lady Raiders. Score is still tied, 13 apiece, 8.5 minutes to play first half. Jill Tittle with the ball. You could hear Melinda Clayton calling for the ball. She got it. Tough defense by the Lady Raiders. Tittle feeds it into Clayton. Turnaround in the lane, up, no good. Rebound comes down to Middle Tennessee. And Lady Raiders once again hang tough on the defense as Leanne Beck picks up the rebound.
Yeah, they're playing really good on the defensive end.
But they've shut out, Tennessee Tech has shut out Mucker in the middle. We haven't seen her get the ball in the middle since the early going.
Well, except for that last play, maybe. But
Peterson shot.
Nice follow. Nice follow-up. And that's what you have to do. You've got to follow your shot. You never know. It may come right back to you.
That's right. She gets the hand clap from Coach Whirl as he appreciates the fact that she followed the shot. It's so easy to shoot up a long one and then hit to the other end.
Of course.
There's a good one from outside. A long shot for number 30, and that is Sandy Brown.
Yeah. I've heard that she's been called a sit shooter as opposed to a set shooter.
And
so
exactly what does that mean?
Maybe with a little more defense, she won't get that shot off.
Sits on the ball, maybe just a little bit too long.
Just a tad, yes.
Pass inside to Clayton and double teamed again, and she's fouled. They are really cracking down on Melinda Clayton.
Oh, they're very aware of where Melinda is. She's a very threatening player offensively.
Leanne Beck gets the foul.
Now this is a great pass from Arnetta, and Melinda was able to get her shot off quickly. Maybe had she shot that a little slower, but might not have been as effective, but she was able to get that off quickly. Good pass from Arnetta.
Melinda Clayton at the line shoots 66%. She's good on her first try, and she has 6 points in the ball game. Christy Scruggs is in the game from Middle. She's a 5'6" sophomore from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And number 22, Melanie Marshall, a sophomore for Tennessee Tech. One of the walk-ons has just checked into the ball game. And Melinda Clayton hits the second one. She now has 7 tonight.
Melanie Marshall is an outstanding athlete, having led her at Tennessee Tech in volleyball, cross country, and softball. And who knows, maybe after this season also a basketball letter.
Here she is bringing the ball up for the Golden Eaglettes. Score is tied, 6:49 to play in the first half, 15 apiece. And a good play by Leanne Beck, but Arnetta Peterson saves it. Somebody had to be open. There were 3 guarding Arnetta. Black's shot doesn't fall, and they'll set it up again. And Coach Whirl is screaming for the foul out front, but Arnetta Peterson, and if she does get hot, she can, as you say, fill it up.
Exactly. She was wide open, and they almost didn't see her. I'm glad they did.
But Middle Tennessee, they look like they're matching up now in a matchup zone on defense. Looks like the man-to-man, but when you got 3 players guarding 1 person, you can't be too strict about your man-to-man. There's another alternating possession. This one will go to Middle Tennessee as Capley and Clayton went for it. Cecilia Ramsey checks back in for the Golden Eaglettes, and Jill Tittle will sit down. Middle Tennessee sends in Tawanya Mucker and Deborah Bell. Bell's first action tonight.
Both teams playing very aggressively. That's really good to see. A lot of times when you're too passive, things aren't going to happen, whether they're good or bad.
And both teams have played 8 girls already. Tennessee Tech with a 2-point lead. A 3-point try is good.
Well,
so Middle Tennessee takes the 1-point lead, and that's Sandy Brown. She's the only person that shoots 3-pointers much for this team. Exactly. She hits 41, almost 42% from that range.
They have.
Adrian Black shows her leadership skill, just takes it right to the hoop.
Nice penetration. Nice penetration by Adrian. She's probably going to be able to do that a lot more the rest of this game. She's just so quick. There's very few people that are going to be able to stick with her defensively.
She's fouled by Capley. Capley picks up her 2nd foul of the ball game, and Adrian Black at the free throw line shoots 75, almost 76%. She's the leading free throw shooter on the team, and that's her first point of the night. And she's almost automatic. You hate to say automatic from there because she'll go up and miss one, but she is a very fine free throw shooter.
Make me feel like, gee, I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's the truth. And it's happened to me more than once this season.
Oh, gee, are you serious?
Pass goes out of bounds off the hands of Deborah Bell. Tennessee Tech gets it, and Tech has a 1-point lead with 5.5 minutes to play first half. Full court pressure. The crowd doesn't like the call. Ramsey works it into Clayton. The turnaround, throws it up, no good, and Adrian Black comes down with it. Arnetta Peterson will take it again and couldn't get that one to fall. Clayton for the rebound, goes up and is fouled. So Melinda Clayton will be going to the line once again, where she shoots 66%.
Yeah, we call Arnetta, I'll shoot it Peterson. That's her nickname. I'll shoot it.
Arnetta, I'll shoot it Peterson.
Yes, sir.
Deborah Bell's first foul of the ball game. I like that.
Thank you.
Melinda Clayton leads Tech in scoring with a 16.3 points per game average. Gets the first one to fall. She has 8 in this ball game. And she leads the team in rebounds, too, with 9.9, and her field goal percentage is 51%. Fabulous field goal percentage.
Oh, excellent. But I guess we kept not mentioning Renee Adams, who is 60.9, and that leads Tennessee Tech in field goal accuracy. That is great percentage, 60.9.
Yes, it is. You don't see that percentage often, especially in women's basketball, where most of the women won't dunk the ball.
Oh, of course. Not yet,
another
anyway.
Three-pointer is good. So the Lady Raiders have hit the three-pointer. Tech has yet to even try one, and Brown has 8 points thanks to 2 3-pointers.
Tennessee Tech has got to be aware of where Brown is. Brown is not going to be as effective if she's got somebody in her face playing defense.
Bill Worrell comes to his feet, asking for the trip. Adrian Black, and she'll take it all the way against Capley and lay it in. Adrian Black with 4 points. And she gives Tech a 2-point lead, 23-21. 4.5 minutes, just under 4.5 to play in the ball game in the first half.
That was a very nice steal by Adrian. Good heads-up play.
Mucker will take it from outside, and yes, Tawanya Mucker. She now has 5, leads the Lady Raiders on the season in scoring, but both Brown and Beck have more than her tonight so far. Tennessee Tech able to shut off Mucker in the middle.
Oh, definitely. As soon as they decide that they want to shut off those wing players, they'll be very effective.
steal out front. Collier will take it down all the way and is fouled by Arnetta Peterson. Good play by Kim Collier, a 5'8" freshman from 10 Mile, Tennessee.
10 Mile?
Yes, 10 Mile. Wonder how it got its name. We'll see this again.
Yeah, that was good, smart heads-up foul by Arnetta. If you're going to foul, make sure they don't make the layup, which Arnetta did, obviously. But it was also a very good move on Brown's behalf also.
At the line, Collier shoots 66%. And can't get the first one to fall. You notice the brace on the left knee. Coach Bivens said that knee has some cartilage damage and could go at any minute, but you just about have to yank her off the court. She loves to play the game, and she's a tough one. Now it's 5 in this ball game. Collier averages just under 7 a ball game.
Oh, she hustles very well.
She's a replacement, too. They had another starting guard. I'm not sure who that was, but quit the team after the first 2 games, and Collier's come on and done a fine job. Clayton inside, the follow-up. Tech got 2 shots at it, and Sean Mundy is called for the foul as she tries to steal it away from Mucker. That's Sean's first foul in the ball game.
Oh, Sean's real deceptive up underneath the goals. A lot of times she's able to steal that. She's such a hustler, and a lot of times she gets that steal. So it's good sometimes to have a player that really goes for those.
But Tawanya Mucker, a very experienced player, although we've seen Sean take the ball away from more experienced players, but Mucker was probably ready for her there.
Oh, yeah, I do think so.
Leanne Beck takes it and hits it. Leanne Beck now has 8 points in the ball game, and Leanne averages 5.5 for, check that, 10.5 per ball game. So she's creeping up on her average already in the first half as the Lady Raiders have a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Tennessee Tech seems to effectively be shutting off the inside game. They just got to do a better job on the outside game. Nice block shot.
Tawanya Mucker's 3rd block tonight, if I'm counting right, and she really put it back in Melinda Clayton's face.
Oh, that doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't.
She's a very heads-up player. Tawanya gets a lot of block shots that way.
26-23, another 3-pointer is tried, and Collier follows her own shot, takes it in, and is fouled. Looked like they pointed the finger on Arnetta Peterson, and that is the case.
Not much you can do there. You just got to try to play the best defense you can and hope they call it in your favor.
Here you see Coach Bill Worrell in his 2nd year, the OVC Coach of the Year last year. And I imagine it was fun to play for that gentleman.
Oh, definitely. It was a joy knowing him the last 5 years I've known him.
At the line, Collier has had some problems. She scored 5 points tonight. And the second one does go. Collier now with 6. And Tennessee Tech with a 4-point deficit to make up with 2 minutes and 17 seconds to do that in the first half. Pass into Clayton. They can do it quickly. They collapse on her, and Peterson wide open at the free throw line. Boy, and you got to credit Melinda Clayton for it. She knew there were 3 girls guarding her. She knew somebody was open, and she found Arnetta.
Exactly.
That is so hard to do with a lot of people around you.
I think they missed the traveling call on that one, but sometimes the officials are going to miss them.
Lead back up to 4 for the Lady Raiders. Tech moves it around nicely, and Sean Mundy, they don't give her a 3. They say her right foot was on the line, and it was close.
It was very close.
Very close. But Sean Mundy now has 4 points. Coach Bill Worrell still calling for the 3. From up here, it looked like her toe was on the line, to be fair.
Yeah, it really did look like that.
Of course, from on the floor down there where he is, you know, at Tennessee Tech, we call the game sitting on the floor. Here, we're way up in the press box, and kind of hard to read the numbers sometimes, but it is a good vantage point to see the way things are going on.
Yes, I don't think that, considering the fact that this is not the NBA, I think that should have been a traveling call.
That's where Collier picked up her 8 points of the night. Inside, a good play by Julie Harrison, the freshman, 6 feet tall from Buford, Georgia, and that's Julie's first 2 of the night. 31-27 now. The Lady Raiders keeping that 4-point lead. 1:05 to play first half.
Both coaches were talking about how good of a matchup this was going to be between the two squads, and I kind of had to question that. I figured that we were much stronger inside, but oh, this is definitely a good matchup between the two squads.
And Brown misses that one as Arnetta Peterson, I guess Arnetta intimidated her there.
Yeah, good heads-up play not to hit her and get her 4th foul. She already has 3. And I think they do need her on the floor tonight.
Sean Mundy's shot falls off to the right, and Collier picks up the rebound. Collier picks up about 4 rebounds per ball game, and that's pretty good, as you say, for a point guard. She's 5'8". A little bit stocky, too. She looks like a fire plug almost. She would be good inside. Mucker goes and hits it against Clayton. Mucker now with 7. And the Lady Raiders with a 6-point lead. 5 seconds to play first half. Ramsey will take it, and no good at the buzzer. And the Lady Raiders will take a 6-point lead into the dressing room at halftime. It is 33-27, and we'll be back with second half action in just a moment.
Nice and aggressively, they've got to get out in the shooters. If they don't get out in the shooters, he's not going to feed them. No, not seriously, but he probably, that's basically all he said. Other than that, their game seems to be doing pretty well. Their game plan seems to be working out well for them. Like we said before, both squads are very well matched up.
Tennessee Tech with a long pass. Adrian Black. Celia Ramsey will take it top of the key, and Tawanya Mucker loses the rebound, so Tech will keep the ball under their own basket.
It's possible that the mask may be affecting Celia's shot just a tad, and she may be shooting it a little hard.
Adrian Black takes the inbounds pass from Sean Mundy. Mundy with it now on the wing. Moves it into Adams, off the glass, no good. And Renee Adams is not doing as well tonight as we've seen her in the past. She had 2 points in the first half, and Renee scores 15.8 per ball game. They rely on her a lot. There she is underneath, and this time she gets it in. Renee Adams, 4 points on the evening. Tennessee Tech draws to within 4.
The old standby inbounds play. It's just a pick and a roll, and I swear, if you set the pick every single time, that girl's going to be wide open.
Collier takes it, and it's good. Kim Collier is in double figures, the first player to do so for either team. She has 10.
They are going to have to know where Collier and Brown are on that floor at all times. They really need to shut that outside game down for Middle Tennessee if they're going to come back and win this game.
Clayton dumps it off to Adams, and she has it blocked. And Tawanya Mucker once again with a blocked shot. Mucker had 2 in the first half. We'll see this again.
Maybe if she could have used a slight pump fake, that would have got Tawana off the ground, and she might have drawn a foul right there. Small thing that you really don't learn until later on in your freshman year, or maybe later on in your career.
Lady Raiders with a long skip pass to Brown. Brown moves into 16 feet and is short. Ramsey loses it off her foot. Leah, we mentioned that the Golden Eaglettes were getting several shots inside and missing them. Looking at the field goal percentage in the first half, Tech shot 28.6, while Middle Tennessee shot 52. And Mucker is fouled as she goes up. Looks like they point the finger at Celia Ramsey. But that shooting percentage is a little bit unusual.
Yes, it is, especially for a team like the Eaglettes.
Here we'll see the foul on Ramsey, her first in the ball game.
I think that was not a very good foul that Cecilia committed right there. She had help on the other side, and it might have been a block shot had she not tried to go in there and play late defense.
Lady Raiders now up by 6 points, and at the free throw line, Mucker's second shot is good. So Tawanya Mucker has 8 points in tonight's ball game. Eaglettes, good ball movement. Adams inside, and she puts it up. And Renee Adams could stand to get hot here, and she can really propel this team if she does.
Oh, definitely. Excellent inside player.
Outside shot won't fall. Capley tries to get the rebound. There's another one of those jump balls. We have seen more called tonight than we have all season long.
Well, it's good that both teams are playing aggressively, like I said earlier.
Well, that's what you expect when Tech and Middle get together.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, you've played against them.
Yeah, I swear I probably can't remember one passing game between us and Middle Tennessee.
Mundy over to Adams, and Adrian Black is open for her shot, and she cans it. Adrian Black now with 6.
Nice ball rotation for the Eaglettes on that pass play there. They definitely found the open girl. Great defense by Melinda on that steal. Her hands getting away a lot of times. If she's not blocking a shot, she's blocking a pass. Good job right there.
Very imposing player to go against, especially with as many block shots as she gets. And they pass it into Clayton, off the glass, no good. Put it up a little bit high because she knew Tawanya Mucker was behind her. Mucker's already blocked one of her shots tonight.
Oh, I think about 3 of her shots. No.
This time they call Renee Adams for the foul as she tries to get the pass from Mucker.
Right. It looks like Coach Worrell may have mentioned during halftime that they do need to get over top or in front of Tawana Mucker, because if they don't, she uses her body too well with her defensive player behind her.
And Renee Adams has 3 fouls along with Arnetta Peterson. Nobody from Middle in foul trouble at this point. There is good hands by Adams, but the ball comes down to Collier, and Collier puts it up inside, no good. Beck will take it. Yes, Leanne Beck. Or check that, Capley. Stephanie Capley, and that's unofficially her first 2 of the night. Tennessee Tech down by 5. Adrian Black drives in, puts it up, and it rolls good. Adrian Black has 8.
If she decides that she wants to penetrate, she's going to be able to lose her defensive player every time.
Adrian Black averages over 10 a game, has 8 in this ball game. Brown from 3-point range, and no. Melinda Clayton with a rebound again. Golden Eaglettes within 3 points, 38-35, 16 minutes to play in the ball game. Tech wanting to set up Adams, and Mundy tries to pass it. Adams thought she was taking the shot. She gave that little motion like she does when she's going to shoot, passed it to Adams, and Adams had turned around for the rebound.
Yeah, Renee was kind of half post up. It wasn't a definitely post up move right there.
Once again, good defense by Tennessee Tech, knocking the ball away, and Arnetta Peterson will check back into the ball game. Cecilia Ramsey will get a seat. There you see Coach Bill Worrell. They try to force it inside. The ball goes off Capley's hands and into the hands of Sean Mundy. Arnetta pulls up, shoots, and misses it, and we have a foul underneath. Looks like Tennessee Tech will be called.
Maybe not really a smart shot right there by Arnetta.
That's Adrian Black's first foul of the ball game. 2 young teams for both of these schools putting on the floor tonight.
There is an awful lot of talent and potential out there, though.
Mucker inside off the glass, good. And Tawanya Mucker is starting to pull away a little bit. She goes into double figures now with 10. Mucker gets hot, and Middle Tennessee has a big boost. There it goes off Mucker's hand, the pass intended for Clayton.
Coach Worrell calling a timeout there. I do think he's going to discuss a few things with his players. I think they're rushing their offense a tad, trying to make something happen when they really should just take their time, keep rotating the ball, because a lot of times that is going to open up a lot more things other than just trying to rush and make things happen that way.
Okay, we got a Tech trivia question, I believe. Who is the only Tech player ever to wear 3 numbers in her career? Oh, my. That's a good question.
Wow.
Are you going to answer that one? Go ahead. Go ahead. Answer it. Without looking it up. It's not Dr. Rhonda Folio there. She's probably thought about it before, but gee, that is a good question.
3 numbers.
Anita Blickensdorfer.
No.
Let's see. Judy Flatt,
Judy
22
Flatt.
and 32 in one season, and 33 during the 1976 season. Of course, nobody will be wearing number 33 anymore, as that was Cheryl Taylor's number, and it is retired. So Judy Flatt, your answer. I hope you're keeping score at home. We missed that one by a country mile. By the way, tonight the Lady Raiders were going to break the all OVC attendance record, which is held by Tennessee Tech. It's ladies' night out, and unfortunately they were just a tad shy. They might have 1,000 people here. I'm not sure. There you see a few of the empty seats. They had a big push in the papers and a big promotion to get everybody to come out, and this doesn't seem to have worked for them tonight.
No.
The weather possibly partly to blame for that.
Well, I don't know.
Adrian Black, and the rebound comes down to Capley. Capley had 17 rebounds in Lady Raiders' last outing. That's a bunch.
Oh.
That's a bus ticket.
She's a definite boost off the bench. Definitely.
Leanne Beck thinks about it. Collier with it, and the Lady Raiders seem to be wanting to slow it down just a little bit. They wait until 8 seconds on the shot clock, and Leanne Beck puts it in.
Well,
Leanne Beck now in double figures, by the way, with 10.
MTSU are really finding their open girls, and their open girls are putting the basket away. Tennessee Tech has got to really tighten up on the wing defense.
Good hands out front once again by Collier, knocking it away. And Tennessee Tech keeps the ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 13:57 in the ball game. Tech down by 7. Have not made much headway on that 6-point lead that the Lady Raiders had at halftime. Inside, Tittle's shot is blocked. Another jump ball. And who's possession? I lost the count.
Yeah.
I guess it's
Goes to
Tennessee's
MTSU.
possession. Gee whiz, let's see it again.
Yeah, Tawana Mucker is got her hands up on every shot that comes her way. Every time tonight, she's been there.
And Jill Tittle.
Excellent defense by Tawana Mucker. She's just such a hard worker. I really, really respect her game.
All OVC prospect, no doubt.
Oh, definitely.
Brown from 3-point range, and it bounces around, and Tittle fights for the rebound. It goes off Collier's hands, though, and Renee Adams will check back into the ball game for Tennessee Tech, replacing Tittle. Renee Adams needs that, just like any player, needs that rest occasionally, because you can only go all out for so long.
Really? Well, I know I can relate to that one. Help!
Do they like the fast break, you think, as much this year as they did last year?
I don't think there's enough speed. I think Adrian doesn't have enough people that quick enough to fast break with her, unfortunately.
Tawana Mucker, that is her first foul of the ball game and the team's first foul of the second half. And Renee Adams will go to the line for Tennessee Tech, shooting 67% from the line. That's second best of all Tech starters.
Speaking of all Tech starters, all but one have double-figure averages. Now that is definite balanced scoring.
Also, 5 different players have led them in scoring. Go ahead and tell them all about that. You got that. Don't let me look at it. I'm looking over your shoulder at that. Renee Adams, second shot ball.
4 different players have led in rebounding, and 6 different players have topped Tennessee Tech in assists.
That tell you anything about balance on this team? You know, it's kind of strange. I guess Tennessee Tech fans from the last couple of years have gotten used to Cheryl Taylor leading everything every time. And here's Capley again in the lane, turning around and putting the shot in. She has 4 all in the second half. But it's nice to see some balance on the team.
Yeah, sometimes when you lose a dominant player, it makes the team better and draws them closer together. They know they all have to work just as hard.
Clayton tries to get it over to Peterson, but was off the mark a little bit on the pass. And the Lady Raiders now have an 8-point lead with 12:37 to play in the ball game. giving the Golden Eaglettes all they want and more. Leanne Beck from the corner. Won't fall. Ramsey, and now Sean Mundy comes up with it.
I think they need to maybe communicate a little more on defense. It's seeming like there are a few players that don't know where the MTSU girls are.
Sean Mundy gets it into Adams, and Adams is triple team. Boy, they really crashed down on the inside girls.
They're collapsing on our inside girls. Maybe if the guards would put it up a little more on the outside, to open that inside up a little more.
Arnetta Peterson, she'd be one that would put it up without hesitation.
Definitely.
Triple teamed again, but Adams gets it. She is a power player. Now, how much does she remind you of Cheryl Taylor? We don't want to put any pressure on her because it's hard to compare, but personally, I don't see as much similarities there as a lot of people would like to think. There she is blocking a shot against Mucker. But go ahead. What do you think about the comparisons between her and Cheryl? Are they unfair?
No, as long as she uses it in the right way, uses the fact that they are comparing her in the fact that she works as hard as Cheryl. She's got a nice touch for a big girl, knows how to use her body, and doesn't let that pressure her into playing a certain way because their games are quite similar.
She averages 15.8 per contest, and Cheryl Taylor, when she set the all-time freshman scoring record at Tech, averaged 16.2, which is less than half a point difference between the two of them. Melinda Clayton, by the way, now is in double figures for Tennessee Tech, and she is the only person for Tech in double figures. Middle Tennessee has 3 in double figures. Collier, Beck, and Mucker all have 10 points. And Brown not far behind with 8.
Yeah. This game is back to within 4 points, though. Tennessee Tech, like I said, has got to tighten up on defense on the wings, shutting the outside game down, as well as they've been shutting down the inside game. Tawana Mucker is silently scoring those points. She's not being as dominant as she could be, but she is definitely letting her presence known.
Tawanya Mucker scored 17 against Vanderbilt in a 70-67 loss. And I believe the score of the Tennessee Tech Vanderbilt game was something like 72-59. So the Lady Raiders did well against Vanderbilt, or did better against Vanderbilt than Tennessee Tech. But you told me that Vandy had a bad game against them.
Yeah, Vanderbilt was very, very beatable that night. It's not really fair to try to compare because on any given night, anybody can be beat. So you just have to compare when you get them on the court and see what's really going to happen. You can speculate as much as you want, but you never really know until you get them on the court.
Well, I'm one that likes to speculate sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
44-40 is your score. Middle Tennessee up by 4 points, 11:06 to play in the contest.
Yeah. Yep.
Long pass, and Tennessee Tech has dropped back. There's a three-pointer, and the shot won't fall. Beck. It's blocked by Adams. So Renee Adams gets the block, and Tennessee Tech a chance to pull within 2.
Good heads-up play by Renee right there.
And Arnetta Peterson takes it. It looked on the mark from here, but she was a bit short. Off of Middle Tennessee, out of bounds. Tennessee Tech keeps it under their own basket.
That was a good shot by Arnetta. Maybe.
Oh, absolutely. You have to take it when you're open. Yep. And by the way, Julie Harrison is back in the ball game.
Good heads up, smack that ball, volleyball spike down the court. Good job, Renee.
And you can tell she didn't get her with her body that time.
No, she sure did.
She was about 4 feet away from her, looked like. Ramsey fires it up, no good. Tech needs Ramsey to start taking some shots. She's a good shooter, maybe a little bit hesitant tonight because, as you say, she's wearing that mask. She only has 2 points on the night. Ramsey averages 11 per ball game. Good move inside and off the glass. Collier has 12 to pace the middle scoring, but she took that power move inside.
Yeah.
It's going to be a shame if they lose her this year because of the damage to the cartilage in her knee.
Oh, a big loss for the Lady Raiders.
Under 10 minutes to play. Middle with a 6-point lead, and turnaround from Renee Adams is on the mark. Renee Adams now is the second person for Tech in double figures with 11. She and Clayton both with that figure. Adrian Black has 8. Middle Tennessee being patient. Tech seems to have sunk back a little bit in their defense, wanting to force Middle to the perimeter maybe a little bit.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily that. It's
a foul inside with 3 seconds on the shot clock. And Coach Worrell wants a traveling violation. The crowd wants him to sit down, and Renee Adams now has 4 fouls. You see Bill Worrell giving the referee problems. Hard to tell from that angle if she hit her with her arm or not.
It was a definite foul. It was unfortunate. It wasn't really her responsibility to defend that player, so it's always disappointing when you get called for a foul that wasn't necessarily your responsibility.
At the line, Julie Harrison shooting 40% from there, and that's pretty bad when a 40% shooter stands up there and puts it in like that. Harrison now with 3 points, and she cans both of them.
Opponents seem to do amazing things against Tennessee Tech.
Absolutely. Bill Worrell still with some instructions for the referees.
Oh, I think Coach Worrell and Leroy and Wayne are just buddies.
Yeah, just good old buddies.
Just buddies.
And making an appointment to meet him at Wendy's after the game.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The foul is on Tennessee Tech. Adrian Black, who had just come in for Renee Adams, and Adrian now has 2 fouls.
They've got their quicker lineup in.
And they have the full court press on.
Right, right. You see a little more pressure.
Middle does a good job beating the press, and Brown will wait for it. No, she doesn't wait for her teammates. Brown fires it up and puts it in. Sandy Brown is now in double figures, and that is 4 Middle Tennessee players that are in double figures in the game, and we're under 9 minutes to play.
Rotating the ball wonderfully. Oh.
Clayton couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, Melinda having a frustrating night offensively, I do think. She needs maybe to take her time, maybe not concentrate so much offensively, and try to do the very best she can defensively tonight.
And Adrian Black is called for the foul out front. Adrian now quickly has 3 fouls. We'll see it again.
Yeah, maybe not quite a necessary foul.
One of those fouls you hate to see, and
you really
Tennessee Tech calls its 2nd time out of the half with 8:27 to play. Tech is down by 8, 50-42. Really didn't expect Middle to be this far ahead of Tennessee Tech. The contests are always so close.
No, but with Tennessee Tech shooting only 29% from the field, that is probably the only reason why it is an 8-point game. Aggressively wise, defensively and rebounding wise, both teams are very evenly matched up.
We've talked about statistics a lot tonight. Adrian Black, though, the co-captain of the Eaglettes, is one of those players that does things that just don't show up on the stat sheet.
That's true.
Knocking the ball away, keeping an offense frustrated, penetrating and forcing things to happen on offense.
Her quickness, right, yeah. Sometimes it's only important that your coach and your teammates know that they can go to you and rely on you for those things. If it doesn't show up on a stat sheet, it doesn't matter.
The cameraman always liked Michelle Bishop.
Everybody always liked Michelle Bishop.
Bill Worrell, by the way, is 30-12, and he is in his 2nd year. Tennessee Tech. Up to this point, Lewis Bivens is 6-3, 222-77 in his 10th year of collegiate coaching. A very soft-spoken man, a very nice man. We got the chance to talk to him before the game, and obviously knows his basketball.
Oh, yes, he does. He's very straight to the point, very simple, not very flashy, none of that. Just says what needs to be said and do what he says do, and everything will be fine.
Inside, Harrison forces it up in traffic. Mucker! And it won't go, but she is fouled underneath. We'll
I think that's Arnetta's 4th foul, too. See who they call it on.
2-0. That is Arnetta Peterson, and that is her 4th foul. There you see it.
I don't know if that necessarily was a foul. Isn't there a principle of verticality? It wasn't that her space, maybe?
And maybe
you're in my space. Don't get in my space.
it sounds like something they do on the coast out in California. Invading his space, 2 points for the opposing team. Tawanya Mucker stands in there and solidly puts home 2 of them for the Lady Raiders. She has 12, tied for scoring honors. It is a 10-point game. A bit discouraging for Tennessee Tech fan at this point, but the Eaglettes are a team capable of getting rid of that lead. Now, there's no foul there. I'm sorry, folks, but you've got to question that. Shot won't fall. Clayton, who had just been knocked to the floor, tries to pick up the loose ball. But, Leah, I really think that they may have missed that.
I think, yes, they missed something. I think a fly flew by on his nose, and he was wiping it off or something. I don't know.
Don't know what happened there.
And he'll feel so bad when he sees the replay.
Collier's shot won't fall. Mucker picks it up, but there's Sean Mundy to take it away. She's triple teamed. Here comes the fast break, 2-on-2. Adrian Black, good hands by Leanne Beck.
Stopping that fast break. It was really good for Adrian to go ahead and take that layup, take that fast break layup. Good, smart play by Adrian Black.
Bill Worrell is giving the referee some
turning on that speed. Leanne Beck, as usual, being at the right place at the right time.
Leanne Beck's 3rd foul of the game. And the crowd getting on Bill Worrell a bit. We'll see this again. Oh, good play. Absolutely. Adrian Black stands in at the line, and as we said, she leads the team in free throw shooting, just under 76%, and brings the middle lead down to 9 as Adrian Black has 9 points. Could go into double figures with this one. And she does. Boy, she is perfect on that shot.
It seems like her leadership role as captain has really helped her to develop as a ball player, because she is very skilled, and I think not having as much of a leadership role, she wasn't able to express that.
And her confidence is shot sky high, no doubt about it.
Oh, definitely.
You can tell she has very much more presence on the court now.
Right.
52-44. Pass, back door, and Brown walks this time. But Bill Worrell and the referees are having a few words from time to time about the calling of this ball game.
It'd be interesting to see how many technical fouls Coach Worrell averages this season. He did pretty good last season.
He did very well.
Year. I was really shocked.
Got more fouls as an assistant coach, I believe.
Yup.
Clayton off the glass, no, and there's a foul underneath on Melinda Clayton. Going for the rebound against Kim Collier. Collier 5'8", Clayton 6'1".
Yeah, just a little frustrated on offense, looks like. She needs to just take her time and not even think about it.
52-44 your score. Collier goes to the line with 12 points tonight. She and Mucker both have 12 for the Lady Raiders, and she shoots 66%. She has had some problems tonight at the free throw line, but the way the Lady Raiders are going, I would say she'd probably get both of these. 13 points now for Collier to lead all scorers in the ball game. And Renee Adams will check back in for Tennessee Tech, replacing Arnetta Peterson. 6:42 to play in the ball game, and Renee has 4 fouls.
And so does Arnetta, so it's interesting to see how he's going to play this.
Collier couldn't get a second one to fall, and Renee Adams picks up the rebound for Tennessee Tech. Renee has 11 points in the game. She only had 2 in the first half. So I'd say they'll go in looking for her as soon as they get a chance. Mucker guards Adams closely. Ramsey, top of the key, and still can't get it to fall. A foul underneath, and I don't know who they got that one on. That
Melinda, no. Oh, was it on MTSU?
Yes, Stephanie Capley, the freshman from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, picks up her 3rd foul. She and Leanne Beck both with 3 fouls for Middle Tennessee. Tennessee Tech has Black with 3, Peterson with 4, and Renee Adams with 4. Once again, the defense from Middle Tennessee is strong, and they come up with a loose ball.
Yeah, I think Melinda is really letting her offensive game get to her. She's got to forget about it and remember that the team is here to win this game. There she goes. Good job, Melinda.
You win games with defense.
Exactly.
Let the offense take care of itself.
Exactly.
You told me that. You told me that before the game. So I thought I'd quote you on that.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Adams' turnaround is good, and Adams has 13 points now.
Oh, her presence will be known in the OVC. Definitely.
Clayton trapping out front, call for the blocking foul, and Melinda has 3 on her. Melinda, a 6'1" sophomore from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, leads Tennessee Tech in scoring, has 3 fouls now to become the 4th person for Tennessee Tech in foul trouble.
We nicknamed Melinda Mindy only because on the court it was too hard to try to yell Melinda all day. So we just, Mandy, Mandy, Mandy.
And the first one goes in for Sandy Brown. Brown has 11 points now for the Lady Raiders of Middle Tennessee State. She averages 13.2 a game and shoots 62.5% from the free throw line. Second one doesn't fall, but Mucker is there. It's blocked by Clayton. Adrian Black comes up with it. And we talked about Clayton's shot blocking ability. Celia Ramsey, good fake. It's back in her face by Mucker. A foul, and the crowd doesn't like it. And Coach Bivens wants a timeout for Middle Tennessee State.
Good heads-up play by Cecilia to make that pump fake and go up for that shot.
For a freshman, it's interesting to see how well she does move and how well she controls herself on the floor.
Right. Look at that nice pump fake. Get that player off the ground. Crossover fake. Get that other player off the ground. Excellent move for a freshman. Now, a lot of people don't develop that till almost their junior or senior year in school. She's got a really nice court sense, and she's just a real heads-up player.
Some never develop it.
What was I calling her? Hard-nosed?
Hard-nosed, that's right. Oh, my. There you see the opposing coaches pouring out their strategy. And if you would like to see the Golden Eaglet basketball review, tune in to WCTE Wednesday night at 7 o'clock as Coach Bill Worrell talks about this game. We see the highlights and get to talk about what's going on in the Golden Eaglet program. The Golden Eaglets, as you know, are picked to win the OVC. We'll see. Another trivia. Who were the first 2 women to reach the 1,000-point mark for Tennessee Tech? That was both done in 1975.
Pam Chambers and who?
Pam Chambers.
Is she that old?
And Hastings.
Okay.
Is Hastings the second? Okay. That's a guess.
That's a guess. What do we get? We get a prize?
Wrong. Okay. Pam Peak. Pam Cassidy and Pam Peak.
Oh.
The first 2.
Wait,
the first
Pam.
2.
Yeah, that was Pam Cassidy. Chambers. Cassidy.
What? Yeah.
Never mind. We were close. We got the Pam right.
We got Pam right, and it was in both names, so I figure we got 2 out of 2, right?
Yeah.
Pam Chambers came along a little bit later in Tennessee Tech history. Gee whiz, I can't think back that far. I wasn't even at Tech until 1976.
Wow. I think I was a 5th grader running around playing intramural basketball in elementary school.
Oh, gee whiz.
Isn't that horrible?
Celia Ramsey hits the free throw. On this end, though, it's Capley with the bucket, and Capley has 6, all in the second half. Stephanie Capley.
Not afraid to put that ball up.
And the Lady Raiders with a 9-point lead, 5:12 to play in the ball game. Sean Mundy can't hit it from there. She steps on the 3-point line. It won't fall. Adams with a rebound for Tech. Puts it on the floor, though. Adams maybe should have taken it right back up.
Exactly. It's a small person's heaven to have a big person put the ball on the floor. You get it ripped almost every time.
Especially when they're triple teaming you.
Oh, yeah.
Brown takes it to the baseline. Capley from 16, yes. Stephanie Capley is hot.
Well, Middle Tennessee just can't miss tonight.
Capley is 1 point shy of her average, and Middle Tennessee has an 11-point lead over Tennessee Tech, 4.5 to go. Adrian Black takes it. Pass into Adams, turnaround, and Mucker will pick up her 4th foul of the ball, or 3rd foul of the ball game.
Nice flash by Renee to get open, going through the lane. Now that shot at the free throw line is a really good shot from Melinda. I'm surprised she didn't shoot that, but it was an excellent pass. A lot of people don't realize how good of a passer Melinda is. Melinda got a lot of assists throwing the ball into Cheryl Taylor last season.
Arnetta Peterson checks back into the ball game, and she replaces Adrian Black. Renee Adams at the line, shooting 67%. Couldn't get the first one to fall. She averages just under 16 per ball game. We mentioned that, 15.8, but has 13 tonight, a little bit below her average.
She's got a few more minutes to go, though. Let's see if she can get it up there.
Tech, though, unfortunately, is running out of time. 4:18 to play, a 10-point lead, and at this point, there has been no give at all in Middle Tennessee.
Really, they just keep coming on stronger and stronger and stronger.
Collier out front, drives it in, tries to throw it off, but Arnetta Peterson comes up with it. She'll take it one-on-one, stops, puts it up, and is fouled.
Arnetta is a great open court player. Going down the court, she can come up with a lot of different moves to get herself open and get that shot off. That's maybe one of her strengths, is that open court.
Sandy Brown's first foul. We'll see it here.
Going down the court, I mean, just knowing how Arnetta plays, you know she's going to do something to get that shot off. Great open court player.
And Adrian Black checks back into the ball game for Tennessee Tech. Arnetta Peterson at the line. 10-point lead for the Lady Raiders. And Arnetta shoots 62, almost 63% from there, but Tech has had some problems with free throw shooting here in the second half. They did fairly well in the first half. This half not doing well at all. And Arnetta's second shot will fall.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee Tech maybe gets that. Oh, they did already get that quicker lineup in there and really put the pressure on from now on.
That was Arnetta Peterson's first point of the second half. Good hands by Clayton. Ball goes out of bounds off to Wanya Mucker.
Excellent defense by Melinda there.
Sean Mundy will bring it down for Tennessee Tech. They have 9 points to make up and 3.5 minutes to do it.
Anything can happen.
Adrian Black with it. And we have a 3-second lane violation on Tennessee Tech, and little mistakes like that can kill you.
Oh, gosh, yes. And it seems like they're magnified when the time is going off the clock.
Collier will bring it down for the Lady Raiders. Long pass to Brown. Oh, a good pass back inside to Mucker. Mucker's shot won't fall, and Arnetta Peterson gets another rebound for Tennessee Tech. Arnetta will slow it up. She's double teamed and triple teamed now. Mundy wide open, couldn't get the shot to fall. Here's Clayton underneath, and she forces it up in traffic. Capley is fouled by Sean Mundy. They've called a jump ball on that many times tonight. This time it's the foul.
Well, that surprises me. Both players were going for the ball. I mean, that's such a questionable call. I think if I was an official, I'd leave it alone, call it a jump ball.
Well, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Couldn't see it well from up here.
That's why I'm up here and not an official.
3 minutes to play in the ball game. Capley at the line, shoots 47% and averages 9 a ball game. Couldn't get this one to fall. Ramsey picks it up. Tech throws it around. Three-pointer for Black. Yes, nothing but net. Adrian Black.
Great shot. Great ball rotation. She just knew, she had the confidence that the ball was going to go straight through the hoop.
And the lead is back to 6 now.
It's looking like they're having a run and jump half-court defense right now.
They're putting on the jump is what we used to call it, where they jump at you out there and try to trap you.
Right.
Capley will take it from 17. No. Adrian Black there for the rebound for Tennessee Tech. 2:20 to play in the game, and the Lady Raiders up by 6, 58-52 in a rather low-scoring contest. And Adrian Black thought about it. They called traveling, and yes, Arnetta Peterson dragged that back foot.
Yeah, she did. Otherwise, it would have been a really good move. She had her defensive player off balance, and I'm sure she would have had a nice shot off.
Tennessee Tech needing to do something here. Good pass to Mucker. And Clayton fouls her. The basket goes. A chance for a three-point play to Wanya Mucker. 14 points. Melinda Clayton, 4 fouls. Becomes the third person for Tech to have 4 fouls.
Wow. Coach Worrell calling timeout. I'm sure he's going to change something up here.
And it's the last timeout for Tennessee Tech. And Bill Worrell takes the timeout. He's not talking to the team. He's talking to the officials.
Talking to Leroy. Oh.
Was he talking to Leroy or Wayne? Wayne sinks down at the other
that's
end.
Wayne. That's Wayne, isn't it?
No, Leroy with the blonde hair and Wayne with the dark hair.
Right. I was right.
Okay. There you see Lewis Bivens, and there is the finer than average pep band for Middle Tennessee State. They have not had the pep band in the gym in years past, except up here in this corner, in this section. This time they put them down on the floor, and adds a little bit of excitement to this ball game. I think Tennessee Tech, though, would have to have the best pep band, the best location on the floor, too.
Definitely. Well, the Temple of Doom has got to be the best location to play basketball for anyone, wouldn't you say? Wait, do you think we're slightly biased? What do you think?
No, not a bit. 60-52 your score. The Lady Raiders up by 8, 1:57 to play in the contest. And you have to credit the Lady Raiders. They have held the Golden Eaglettes, and I think that the shooting percentages will eventually reflect that at the end of the ball game. A low-scoring game, as we said. The shooting percentages for either team is not that good, but Tennessee Tech having more of a problem at it than Middle. They shot, I believe, 28% in the first half, a little over that, 28.5, and Middle Tennessee's defense has to be given credit for that.
Yeah, definitely. I would look for Tech to go into a full-court man press from now on. They really need to get the ball back and to score.
Ramsey from 3 range doesn't get it to go, and on the floor there's a jump ball as Clayton and Capley go.
Good job. Good heads-up play by Melinda. Dive on that basketball.
Mucker, by the way, has 15 tonight. She averages over 20 a game, however.
I think she hit over 30 points in the first 2 outings this season. So she had an excellent start.
35 against Georgia State. Very first game of the season. Black from 3, no. Arnetta Peterson in there for the rebound, and another jump ball. We have to get a count on this one. I don't know if they're keeping statistics on it or not.
I would guess 8 tonight.
1:36 to play in the contest. Tennessee Tech down 61-52. Here in Murphy Center, long pass, a good play by Mucker to spot back open on the far side. And the Lady Raiders content to use as much time as they need and more. Capley with it now, back. They work it into Mucker. Jumper is no good. Adrian Black tips the rebound. Mucker comes up with it, though, and the foul is on Adrian Black. That will be her 4th in the ball game. Tennessee Tech with 4 players having 4 fouls. Middle Tennessee, nobody has 4, but Capley, Mucker, and Beck have 3 each.
Well,
Here you see a good shot of Adrian Black, the team captain for Tennessee Tech. Down on that end. Tawanya Mucker at the line.
Adrian using that aggressiveness.
Melinda Clayton has another rebound for Tennessee Tech. 1:12 to play in the contest.
They're going to have to come down and take a quick shot. They can't take a lot of time to try to get the shots off here.
Adrian Black tries it. Melinda Clayton gets the rebound and is fouled from behind. Looked like they pointed to Capley from up here. As we say, it's hard to see from up here. Check that. That'll be Leanne Beck. That will be Leanne Beck's 4th foul of the ball game. And Melinda Clayton is at the line for Tennessee Tech. Tech's leading scorer, averages 16.3, has 11 points tonight. Shoots 66% from the charity stripe. Couldn't get it to fall. Capley comes down with a rebound, and they'll call Ramsey with the foul. She was all over Capley.
Pretty smart foul. Try to get as little amount of time to come off that clock as possible. So that was a pretty heads-up play right there.
And I was curious if they would call the intentional foul. They don't do that. Cecilia Ramsey has her 2nd foul of the ball game, and checking back into the ball game for Tennessee Tech for the first time is Denise Apple, and she is in there for one reason only, I would think, and that is to shoot the 3-point shot. Denise able to shoot the three-point. We saw her play for the Carth. A good player. At the line, Capley puts them both, and she is now in double figures, and that is 5 people for Middle Tennessee in double figures tonight. The long shot will not fall for Tennessee Tech, and that is going to be about it, folks. 63-52. Lady Raiders up on top by 11. Arnetta Peterson will check back in for Cecilia Ramsey. Good to get Cecilia out late in the game. She's been hurt so many times. She gets banged around.
Really?
54 seconds to play.
They need to try to either foul or put some definite pressure on the ball so they can get a steal out of this. They shouldn't just give up.
Your score 63-52, 42 seconds to play, and Middle Tennessee will take plenty of time now as the crowd comes to life. Foul out front by Sean Mundy. Sean Mundy picks up her 3rd in the ball game.
I don't know. I always was used to Sean having maybe 4 fouls by the.
Oh yeah, she is very aggressive.
Very.
She gets down there under a pile, and you see those hands flying, and the ball comes popping out. Sometimes the whistle blows, sometimes it doesn't. Collier at the line with 13 points and can't get that one to fall. Clayton gets the rebound. Here comes Adrian Black. Passes over to Mundy. Mundy going inside, guarded by 3, and it is blocked by Tawanya Mucker.
She's all over the court tonight.
Gee whiz. And Mundy gets the steal as Clayton tried to foul and couldn't. Mundy got the steal. Black from 3 off the glass. Good. Adrian Black with 16 points, and we have a foul underneath.
I think that's 5 on Melinda.
That would be the case if it is on Melinda Clayton. That would be her 5th foul of the ball game. She has 11 points tonight as Melinda Clayton fouls out of the game. She averages 16.3, 9.9 rebounds, and she does have a slew of rebounds tonight as they will send Melanie Marshall back into the ball game for Tennessee Tech, number 22, the sophomore walk-on from the volleyball team. 12 seconds to play, 63-55 now. Tennessee Tech cuts the lead to 8. And there you see a very disappointed Coach Bill Whirl and Tennessee Tech Golden Eaglet team. Collier at the line and won't fall. Here comes Sean Mundy. The Eaglets need to get the shot off quickly. And it's a 25-footer, no good for Apple. And Marshall over to Black at the buzzer, no. So the final score will be 63-55. And the Lady Raiders win it here in Murphy Center in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, as the Golden Eaglettes fall. And it was a good ball game, Leah, even though the score does not indicate the intensity that we saw on the floor. And it doesn't matter how wide the margin is, Golden Eaglettes and the Lady Raiders always put on a good show.
Oh, the intensity is always so high on both teams. The adrenaline is going, and anything can happen. Unfortunately, the Eaglettes have a hard time winning in Murphy Center.
And this is the first game for both teams in the Ohio Valley Conference. Tech picked to win it.